6.3 Measurement of angles and arcs in a circle. Definition of central angle has the same number of degrees as the arc it intercepts. Principle: a central angle is measured by its intercepted arc. What is inscribed angle? An angle whose vertex is on the circle and whose sides are chords. The angle A is an inscribed angle whose sides are the chords is an inscribed angle whose sides are the chords AB and AC. 6.3a Angle measurement principles. Principle 1. A central angle is measured by its intercepted arc. Principle 2. An inscribed angle is measured by 1/2 its intercepted arc. Principle 3. In the same or congruent circles, congruent inscribed angles have congruent intercepted arcs. If the angle is congruent to angle B, then arc B is congruent to arc DE. Principle 4. In the same or congruent circles, inscribed angles having congruent intercepted arcs are congruent. This is the converse of Principle 3. If arc BC is congruent to arc DE, then the angle A is congruent to angle. Principle 5. Angles inscribed in the same or congruent arcs are congruent. If the angle and the angle D are inscribed in arc ACB, then the angle of C is congruent to angle D. Principle 6. An angle inscribed in a semicircle is a right angle. Since the angle C is inscribed in semicircle arc ACD, the angle C is equal to 900. Principle 7. Opposite angles of an inscribed quadrilateral are supplementary. If ABCD is an inscribed quadrilateral, the angle A is the supplement of angle C. Principle 8. Parallel lines intercept congruent arcs on a circle. If AB is parallel to CD, then arc AC is congruent to arc BD. If tangent FG is parallel to CD, then arc PC is congruent to arc PD. Principle 9. An angle formed by a tangent and a chord is measured by 1/2 its intercepted arc. Principle 10. An angle formed by two intersecting chords is measured by 1/2 the sum of the intersecting arcs. Principle 11. An angle formed two secants intersecting outside a circle is measured by 1/2 the difference of the intercepted arcs. Principle 12. An angle formed by a tangent and a secant intersecting outside a circle is measured by 1/2 the difference of the intercepted arcs. Principle 13. An angle formed by two tangents intersecting outside a circle is measured by 1/2 the difference of the intercepted arcs. Note: to find the angle formed by a secant and a chord meeting on the circle, first find the measure of the inscribed angle adjacent to it and then subtract from 180 degrees. Thus if secant of meets chord CD at C on the circle in the figure, to find the angle of Y, first find the measure of inscribed angle X. 6.3b Table of angle measurement principles. Center of circle central angle, apply principle 1, by intercepted arc. On the circle inscribed angle, apply principle 2, angle formed by a tangent and a chord, apply principle 9, by 1/2 intercepted arc. Inside the circle angle formed by two intersecting chords, apply principle 10, by 1/2 sum of intercepted arcs. Outside the circle angle formed by two secants, apply principle 10, by 1/2 difference of intercepted arcs. Outside the circle angle formed by a secant and a tangent, apply principle 12, angle formed by two tangents, apply principle 13, by 1/2 difference of intercepted arcs.
Created using Powtoon.